Hello everyone, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening based on wherever you live. Welcome back to my channel. Today we will be continuing our Salesforce interview question series, and this is the part 10 video where I will be discussing more about reports and dashboards. Okay, so let's get started. The very first question for today is what is a report, right? So report gives us access to the Salesforce data. We can examine our Salesforce data in almost infinite combinations, okay? Displays it in an easy to understand formats and share the resulting insights with others. In other words, reports are used to summarize the information of an object or combination of objects in easy to understand format, right? Basically, if you have created an object or number of objects before, you might have created number of fields, right? Sometimes if it is an enterprise implementation, you might create hundreds of fields together, right? But maybe sales user or executive management or the higher management, they need the data in some format to be generated from Salesforce. They don't want 150 fields which you created for an object, but they need some important fields based on some criteria, right? For that we can use reports and can share with whoever wants, or they can, or you can give access to them so that they can run the reports every day or every week and see the data whatever you want, right? So that's where we can use reports. Okay, so this is how a report looks like. Okay, you can go to the report types, you will see the list of reports, and you can click one of the report and you will see the report, right? We can go in detail in our future questions, what are the different types of reports we have, but this is one of the report I have had in this screenshot. The next question is, what is a dashboard, right? When report comes in, dashboard should also come along. So a dashboard is a visual display of a key metrics in trends for records in an org. Okay, and the relationship between the dashboard component and a report is one-to-one. For each dashboard component, there is a single source of report. So basically, to create a dashboard, we need to have a report, right? Without creating a report, we cannot create a dashboards. How? Let's see it in future videos. However, you can use the same report in multiple dashboard components on a single dashboard. For example, use the same report in both a bar chart and a pie chart. You can create different charts using the same report, but basically every dashboard components or dashboard needs some report. Okay, so dashboard is what? Report directly we see the data, right? But in dashboard we see the data in a pictorial form, right? So we want the high level view of what is happening, right? If you want something, we want to highlight, let's say for example I have 10 products, I can, if I'll have some bars shown for each product, and I can see the highest bar, right? So my laptops is the highest bar. That means that is selling very fast, and a lot of or many number of laptops I'm saying selling per month. And we have something very small in the dashboard with the small bar, which shows that some of the other product, maybe servers, is very less, because nowadays people are not even purchasing servers, right? I'm just giving an example because everything is on cloud. So all those data can be seen using the dashboards. Okay, so we can display multiple dashboard components on a single dashboard page, creating a powerful visual display and a way to consume multiple reports that often have a common theme, like the sales performance or customer report, right? So what we can do is we can create a dashboard and we can show different components of the sales itself in a particular dashboard, right? And we can create another dashboard with different components which shows different things about customer support as well. That's what we can do. If you want to see that, this is the example, right? This is sales overview. So pipeline by industry, this is a dashboard, right? Pictorial representation. So my sales are, like this blue bar is for media, manufacturing, technology, and retail, right? Opportunities in pipeline, 1.9K right? Opportunities are in pipeline, it's yet to be. And there are new opportunities. How many new opportunities? 59 new opportunities are there. Closed opportunity amount. So far we have closed this much, right? 211 million is closed, right? So we have, so this basically this dashboard is showing you all the details about sales, right? We can have a similar dashboard for customer service, right? We can have a similar dashboard for support, right? So we can create multiple dashboards in this form, right? So these are the different components: one component, two component, three component, four component, right? We can have multiple components, right? This is really good that we can have components on the dashboard in different sizes, but this option was not available uh, in uh, in classic, right? We could just show, I think, uh, nine components, and that too in a single size. You cannot have a bigger size for one like this, and smaller size like this, right? Which it should be all equal sizes, right? But yes, in Lightning, this is really good, right? It looks really good. Even it gives a very good visual representation than classic. Okay. So if you're still on classic, move away from this classic and try to learn lightning dashboards or lightning everything, right? Don't do any more practice in classic. Move away from classic and just start working or start practicing in lightning. Okay. The next question is, what is a report type? Okay, let's see. We have seen what is a report, we have seen what is a dashboard, and now this is the third thing. What is a report type, right? A report type is like a template that makes reporting easier. Okay. A report type determines which fields and records are available for us when creating a report, right? So basically, report types give us the option like what are the different fields you can select while creating the report, right? That is what report type is. Okay. This is based on a relationship between a primary object and its related object. So a report type can be created for a single object, or it can be created for the combination of multiple different objects. Okay. It can be a parent-child relationship of multiple relationships. And then we can create the report type, and that report type can be used to create a report, right? If you have already worked on a report builder, left hand side you will see all the fields, right? How do you get that fields? Because of that report type only. Whatever report type you select before creating the report is what will be displayed at the left hand side of the report builder. Okay. For example, with a contact and account report type, contact is the primary object and account is the related object. Okay, we can create this combination. Reports displays only records that meet the criteria defined in the report type, right? Out of the box, Salesforce provide a set of predefined standard report types. Don't see all the fields you want, you might need to create a custom report types, right? Salesforce already provided us some, frequently used or the ones which are needed to create reports, maybe for accounts, contacts, opportunities, cases, etc., right? And also it has created few standard record types with the combination of account and contacts, account and opportunities, right? Account and cases and all those things. If you think that you are not able to see all the fields from those combination, you are free to go ahead and create the your own report types. Those are nothing but the custom report types. Okay. Okay, this picture is really important. I just want to explain you more about this because that is the reason my first three questions are related to reports and then dashboards and then report types. Okay, to create a report at the very bottom we need report types. Okay, without a report type we cannot create a report, right? So once we have report types, then we can create reports. Okay, and after we create report, then we can create dashboard, because dashboard needs a source as a report, right? Without report you cannot create a dashboard, right? Created a report type will have all the necessary fields which we can select while creating the reports, and then we can create a report can be of different types. Okay, so don't get confused about the report types and types of report. I'll explain you in further videos, but yeah, for now just remember that we have report types, and then reports, and then dashboards. Report type needs to be created before even creating reports, and report needs to be created before even creating the dashboards. This is the sequence. Okay. Let's go ahead and see the next question. What is the difference between the standard report types and custom report types? As I've already explained just before, that standard report types are created by Salesforce for standard objects, while creating the objects for custom objects. Basically, I'm not sure if you have already realized, while you create an object, you will get an option at the left hand side, something related to reports, like generate reports, something. If you check the checkbox, automatically Salesforce will create a report type for that particular object. Okay. Otherwise, you have to go and manually create the report types. This is a really important topic. Just practice this. Okay. People get confused between report types and types of report in an interview. So I just want to be very clear. Report types are different than type of reports. What are type of reports? I'll explain you in next few slides. So whereas the custom report types are created by administrators and can choose the desired field and relationship up to 4 objects in a report. So we can, as I said, we can create the relationship for one object, or we can create a relationship between multiple objects. But the multiple objects can be up to only 4 objects. Okay. This is also very, very important if you are an architect, or if you are a senior developer, even trying to design the system, right? So when you are trying to design the system and you are keep on giving the childs for the particular object, you should also, keep in mind that if you have a requirement of reporting for those chain of objects, then you will not be able to generate reports if it is more than 4. Okay. Let me show you what I mean to say. Right. See here, I can primary object, I can select one, and then I can select a secondary object, and then partner, and then fourth. If I have any other child for this, I may not be able to create the report types, right? Hence, we may not be able to generate report for the 5th. So what I'm saying is, you should be really careful when designing the system. You should not give one parent to the child, to the child, to the child, and the 5th one. You should not give the 5th one, right? Because especially if you are having reporting requirements, you should not design like this. You should not design in such a way that you are having 4 childs to a parent object, right? You can have 3 more childs, but you cannot have 4th child, right? Total you can have 4, but total you cannot have 5th, because can you see here, object limit reached, right? You can associate up to 4 objects to a custom report type. You cannot create a custom report type if you are having a chain of 5 objects in a relationships. Okay, clear? Okay, let's go to the next question. The next question is, what are different formats of reports we have in Salesforce, or what are the type of reports? Most people use the terminology called type of reports. That is the reason students, or candidates get confused between the type of reports and report types. So far, what we have discussed is report types. What we will be discussing now is the report type of reports. Okay. I also refer it as a format of reports. Okay. What are the different formats of reports? Okay. So it's your wish, but I prefer, to call it as formats of reports rather than types of reports, because people get confused between types of reports and report types. Okay, let's go ahead and see. So the report format specifies how your report results are laid out, right? So there are 4 formats available in Salesforce. First one is tabular. In the sense, it's just like a simple rows and columns. Okay, no grouping, nothing. And second, summary, group by rows. We can group, right? Like for example, I can group by division, right? Or a lead table, I can group by lead source. So I can group by anything. And a matrix means group by a row, as well as I can group by a column as well. Okay. Next one is joined with report blocks that provides different view of your data. I mean, I can join multiple reports in a simple words, right? When I show you, you will understand it better. So for now, just understand that I can join a different view, which different reports together and show it as a one report, right? So that is nothing but the joint report. Note, in Salesforce Classic Report Builder, you must choose a report format before grouping the data. In the Lightning Report Builder, the report format automatically updates as your group report data. So what used to happen in the in Classic, even whenever we click a new report button, then first it will ask which format you want to create, whether you want to create it in a tabular or you want to create it in a summary or join or matrix, right? But in Classic, if I can simply create a report, automatically it becomes a tabular. As soon as I group by a row, it becomes a summary, right? As soon as I group by even column, then it becomes a matrix, right? And yeah, for joint report, we have to explicitly select the options. I'll show you. Okay. So explain tabular report. This is the simplest form of report. Okay, tabular reports are the simplest and the fastest way to look at your data. Similar to a spreadsheet, right? They consist simply of an ordered set of fields in columns, with each matching record listed in a row. It's basically nothing. It's just a row of data. Okay. We can create dashboards from tabular reports only if we add a limit to the number of rows, but only charts on the reports are not supported. So basically this is very, very important. People will always tell that we cannot create dashboards out of tabular report, which is wrong. Okay, just go ahead and try. You search the whole internet, you will find that you cannot create the tabular report, you cannot create the dashboards with tabular report. No, the answer is no. We can still create the dashboards for tabular reports, but what automatically it does is it limits the number of rows. It can show only 100 records on that tabular dashboards. Okay, try this and let me know in the comments if you're able to create it. Okay, so the tabular looks like this simple one. You have columns and you have rows, nothing else, no fancy things. Same like a spreadsheet, right? If you want a simple data, just want to generate a report out of it, simple, you can create a tabular report. Okay, explain summary report. So summary reports are similar to tabular, right? It is very similar to tabular, but also allows you to group. As soon as we start grouping, it becomes a summary, right? Group by data, group view subtotals and create charts. We can even create the charts. What are the charts? I'll explain you in future questions. Summary report gives us many more options for organizing the data, and are great for us in the dashboards, right? So this is really good for dashboard, right? In tabular, it's just a row and column also in the dashboard. It doesn't make sense to create a dashboard with a tabular report, even though we can create, but it doesn't make sense to create. Okay, we can create dashboards from summary report. Okay, so this is how dashboard looks like, right? You can group. Here I have grouped by stage. I have grouped only by row. Okay, I have not grouped by column. That's why it is a summary, right? So negotiation and review, I have 2 accounts, I have 2 opportunities, and expected revenue is this. I'm subtotaling this one, right? I'm able to subtotal is here. I can see that subtotal of my 2 opportunities is this much amount, right? And in my proposal and price quote stage, I have again 2 opportunities and the subtotal is this, right? And if I go to decision makers, I have 3 opportunities and the subtotal is this much, right? And yeah, so like this you can group, right? We have all the options to row count, detail rows, subtotals, grand totals. Okay, there is one button over here, add chart. I'll explain you this. Just keep an eye on this one. Okay, we'll go to a question wherein I'll explain more on add chart. This option was not there in Classic. Okay, so the next question is explain matrix report. Okay, what is a matrix report? Matrix reports allows us to group records both by rows as well as columns. Very simple, right? You don't have to even think a lot, right? Just use your brain. Tabular is the simplest one. If you group it by row, it becomes summary. If you group it by both row and column, it becomes matrix. That's simple, right? You don't have to by heart. So these reports are the most time consuming to set up, right? But they also provide the most detailed view of the data. Yeah, this is the most commonly used report as well. We can create dashboard from the summary reports as well. Okay, so dashboard can be created from summary as well. So this is the example. I have grouped by row as well as column. This is a column type, existing customer, replacement, new customer, right? And the stages, close one, negotiation, review, proposal, price code, perception analysis. All these are my stages, right? So these are the rows and these are the columns. I have grouped by them. Okay, I'm taking the totals of each of them, right? So I can take the row count, I can take the detail rows, I can take the grand totals, I can take stacked summaries, right? Try this option. Okay, again, just take a note on this add chart. For matrix also we have option to add chart. Okay, next question is explain join report. This is very important. People will not ask you what is tabular report, what is summary report, what is matrix report. They will directly jump into the question called what is or explain join reports, because people, the interviewer, know that this is the question where you will struggle. Okay, so you want to understand whether you have a really good understanding of join reports or not. I'm not saying that people will not ask, interviewer will not ask you the other questions, but they will ask this question definitely if you're going for joint report. So let's say, for example, this if the interviewer takes the interview in a structure way, they go from the starting topics to the end topics, and reports are kind of, the question comes towards very end of the interview, right? So that time, if they don't have a lot of time, they even don't have any question for from the reports. But reports and dashboards are really important. You are every day you will be spending time on a report if you are an administrator. Okay, so this is the question they will ask for the sake of asking, question in reports and dashboards. So be prepared for these joint reports. Try to practice it. Okay. So joint reports allows us to create multiple report blocks. Okay, we can create multiple blocks where each block behaves like a sub report, having its own fields, columns, filtering, and sorting. We can create a multiple blocks but show it in a single report, right? Or it allows side-by-side comparison of our data with different conditions, right? I can create side-by-side comparison, from accounts and opportunities and cases for related objects. Okay. So as I said, right, we have the option. See, if I select the first option, automatically based on how I am grouping by rows or grouping by column, or not at all grouping, will decide the tabular, summary, or matrix with this option. But if I want to create a join report, first come to the reports, report builder, and then select the join report. As soon as you select the join report, what will happen is the joint report will come automatically. First block will come. Okay, whatever you selected first, like account you have created, so account block is created, right? So here you will get an option enabled called add blocks. You can add multiple blocks over here. Okay, let's see. So I have added multiple blocks. I've added a block 1 for accounts. I have added one block for opportunities. I have added one block for cases, right? So I am grouping it by account. So here for Burlington Textiles, I am seeing that account annual revenue is this much. I can see this is having only one opportunity and the amount, and this is having two cases, right? If you come to this edge communication, the total annual revenue is this much, and I have 1, 2, 3, 4 opportunities, and I have 3 cases, right? This is good side-by-side view of the complete data, right? And just an FYI, we can also have row counts, detail rows, subtotals, grand totals, etc. Right? Just keep an eye on this add chart. We'll discuss that later. So we have seen add charts on summary. We have seen add charts on matrix, and we have seen add charts on join. Right? Just remember this one. Okay. Let's move on. What is the maximum number of blocks allowed in a join report? Okay. That's fine. We have created a joint report. I have added 3 blocks, but how many more blocks I can add, right? So the total number of blocks you can create for joint reports are 5 only, right? You cannot create more than 5 blocks for a joint report. See, like this one, I have created 3 blocks. but I also can add few more blocks, right? We can add two more blocks over here. So just go ahead, click on that add blocks button, which is over here if it is in the edit mode, and then keep on adding two more blocks. Okay. Next question is blocks in a joint report must be based on a related Salesforce objects. This is a really good question. Can we create the blocks for unrelated question and unrelated objects? Okay. The answer is no. So the blocks in a joint report must be based on the related objects, Salesforce objects, right? So the answer is yes. Okay. So if you have noticed, I have created the joint report for account and opportunity and cases, right? Which is having the relationship, because account and opportunity is having parent and child relationship, and account and cases are also having parent child relationships. So mean to say is blocks in the joint report must be based on a related Salesforce object. Okay. Let's see the next question. Which report types are supported to generate dashboards? Okay, important question. Tabular, I have given us asterisk. Okay, we can create with summary, we can create with matrix, but we cannot create the dashboards with joint reports. Okay, so we can create dashboards from the tabular reports only if we add a limit to the number of rows. We don't have to do anything explicitly. We have to add rows in classic, but in Lightning, if you just simply add or create the dashboard from tabular report, it will restrict the rows of those tabular dashboard to 100. Okay, we cannot show more than 100 records. Okay, on a tablet dashboard, right? What are report charts? Okay, this is where I want to explain. I've asked you to just notice a button at the top right corner of all the reports saying add charts, right? So this is where you will learn in detail. So if you don't want to create a dashboard, but just want to add a chart to our report, right? Then report charts may be the right for our requirement. See, listen carefully. I am not creating a separate dashboard, but just on my report itself, I want to show some chart, right? I want to show in a bar or in a donut format or in some other format, right? So we can go ahead and add the chart to the report itself, all right? If you don't want a separate dashboard to be created. Okay, I'll show you in a minute. So report chart allows us to place a single chart right at the top of your report. Single chart, right? We cannot add more than one chart to a report. We can just add a single chart. Okay, so that when we view the report, we can see the chart and report results in one view. Okay, just go ahead and open your report and click on add chart. Then what will happen? You'll be able to add the chart like this one. Okay, you will have the chart at the top and the report at the bottom. I don't have space to show you the full length report, but yes, this is a chart. After that, I have my regular report which I was using. Okay, sounds good. So this option was not available in Salesforce Lightning reports and dashboards. Okay, this is just new and exclusively for Salesforce Lightning itself. It was not available in Classic. Sorry. Okay. Next question is what is the difference between standard and custom reports in Salesforce? Simple, right? Whenever you hear standard versus customs, it should be same like, standard reports are reports provided by Salesforce, right? And standard reports cannot be deleted and can be used for creating custom reports. Okay, we can take the base as a standard reports, but we can create a custom report, right? Whereas custom reports are created by administrators or users with some specific criteria. Unlike standard reports, we can delete and store custom reports in a personal folder. So note that we cannot delete the standard reports. Just go ahead and try today and see if you are able to delete the standard reports. Okay, if you get a requirement as an administrator to delete some reports, and if it is a standard report, just don't get panic, right? You cannot delete it. Next question is what is a bucket field or bucket column in Salesforce reports? This is an interesting column. Okay, this is very useful as well. Okay, bucket fields allows us to quickly categorize reports records without creating a formula or a custom field by bucketing them. Okay, when we create a bucket column, we define multiple categories, like multiple buckets used to group report values, right? I can create, I'll give you a simple example. I have a class of 90 students, right? I'll bucket the students in three categories. Like one bucket is a red, another bucket is a blue, and third bucket is a green. So 30 candidates, 30 students of my class is a bucket called red, and 30 students are green, and 30 students are blue, right? So I can categorizing, I'm just bucketing, but I'm not actually doing anything to the source data. Okay, on the fly, on the report itself, I'm bucketing it. Okay, go ahead and try this. This is also very important. Like any other column in our report, we can sort, filter, and group by the bucket column. Example, how it looks like. So I have an amount and I have a bucket field. So what I can say in the report is, or what I can configure, if amount is 1000 or less, I'll just categorize it as a small. Okay, this account is a small one because I'm just earning 1000 or less. If the amount is in between 1001 to 25,000, I can say that this is the medium type of accounts or opportunities, whatever. Okay, and if it is more than 25,000 or more, I'll categorize it as large. So in your in your report, you can see a column with amount as well as you can have a column with bucket, right? You will see if it is 1,000, you will see small. If it is in between this, you will see medium and large. So you can have a separate column which says small, medium, large, right? So what are we doing? We are not changing any source data. Just based on the source data, I am bucketing. Okay, I'm not creating any field in the Salesforce object on the fly on the report, right? We are just bucketing it or categorizing it. We can create a maximum of 5 buckets fields per report, and each may contain up to 20 buckets. 20 buckets means small, medium, large, so on, so forth, until 20 we can do, but we can create 5 fields. Okay. The next question is, which fields are supported to create a bucket fields? Okay, not every field is supported. We have to be careful, whenever we are taking the requirements, like, can we create a bucket field for this field type or not, right? So yes, for numeric, we can create a bucket field. Like, as I said, just 1000 to or 0 to 1000. It's my small bucket, right? It's a numeric. Or we can create it for pick list as well. Okay. And I can create it for text field as well. Not all text field, just the normal text field we can create, like long text and all those things we cannot create. Okay. What are the chart types available in Salesforce dashboards? So we have bar charts, we have column charts, we have line charts, we have pie charts, donut charts, and funnel charts, and scattered charts. So we have so many charts. Whatever chart is required for your requirements, you can go ahead and create. How it looks like? It looks something like this one, right? Bar, column, stack bar, stack column, line, donut, funnel, scattered plot. Try this, okay? Explore. You have a developer, or do whatever you want, right? Try to go in deep, right? Here you can see there are a few disabled. Just find out why these are disabled and all those things, okay? Try to create the report with the try to create the charts with summary, try to create the charts with the matrix, try to create the charts with joint, and see how it looks, how your data looks like. Get confidence by doing as many examples as you can. What are the options not supported in a joint reports? What are not supported? Okay, adding bucket field is not supported in a joint. Go ahead and try this. Adding a cross filter is not supported. Okay, cross filtering is not supported as well. Drag and drop filters from the fields pane to the filter pane is also not supported. Okay, try this as well. And applying conditional highlighting. So we cannot even apply conditional highlighting, right? For example, I have a low, something low, then, or maybe for small, I can highlight a red color. And for medium, I can highlight yellow color. And for high, I can highlight green color. So that cannot be done with this joint report, okay? What is possible to, is it possible to create a formula type in reports? Can we create a formula type? Yes, we can create a formula type in create. Like, you can have multiple formulas, like how we create formulas in Salesforce object, right? Similarly, we can create the formulas for reports as well. Okay, try this. Formula is not supported for tabular reports, and formula can only be in a number, currency, and percentage format. Only these three formats are supported in reports. Whereas in our original or whereas in Salesforce, formulas are supported for multiple different return types. Okay. How many records can be displayed on a report? This is a really good question. I think you can expect this question in an interview as well. A report can support up to 2,000 records, right? However, if we want more than 2,000 reports, then we can export the report in CSV or Excel format. To see on the screen by scrolling, I can just see up to 2,000 records. But if you want more than that, we should export this into a CSV and then do whatever you want. Okay. Where do reports and dashboards are saved in Salesforce? So far, we are hearing that, okay, creating the dashboard, creating the reports, right? And on and on. But where do we save this one? So we have an option in Salesforce. We can save the reports and dashboard in report folder. We can separately create a folder for report, and we can create the folder for dashboards. Okay. We can save more than one report or a dashboard in a folder. So dashboard itself, folder itself says, right, we can store more than one report or more than one dashboard in the folder. Cool. Let's go. Can we share a single report with other users? Okay, this is a tricky question. Don't get tricked. Okay. No, we cannot share a single report with other users. However, we can save the report or reports in a folder and can share the folder. Basically, what interviewer wants to ask here is, can we share just a report? The answer is no. Just a report cannot be saved. We can save the report in a dashboard, in a folder, and then folder can be shared. Okay. You don't find any option in a report to share, right? Whereas you open the dashboard, you will find the option to share the dashboard. Okay. So be careful while replying this. What are dynamic dashboards? Okay. So dynamic dashboard enables each users to see the data they have access to. Okay. With the dynamic dashboards, we can control data visibility without having to create a separate dashboard with its own running users and folders for each level of data access. We have the following options: a run as a specific user, a run as a logged in user. Okay, so let me take a step further and explain you a little bit more about this, right? To explain you more about this, you should go back to one of the topic called security or sharing of data, right? Why do we set OWD settings, right? So if you have not gone through, just go through that video for OWD settings or data sharing etc. So there I've explained you, right, what will happen if you are a private. OWD is private for an account, so only you can see only your data, right? Anyone below you can see their data, right? If you are a manager, or manager can see his data, anything and anything below him he can see the data, right? So but he cannot see the peers data, right? The person cannot see his peers, means whoever is in his same level he cannot see. So based on requirement, if you want to show only the data what he is supposed to see, then you should select this option while setting up the dashboards, right? Run as a specific user. So if I open a dashboard, I will see a different dashboard based on my data visibility. If someone else is opening the dashboard, okay, dashboard is one, it is created one time, but we have specified it as run as a specific user. So when I open the dashboard, it will show a different data to me, because only data visible to me will be displayed on the dashboard. If someone else is opening the same dashboard, they will see the a different data, because they will see the data whichever is available, or whichever they have access to, right? And a third person is opening the dashboard, he is also seeing a different data because he is having some different data access, right? So that is one thing. But now we don't want that. We want everyone to see all the data, right? So what we can do is we can run the, sorry, other way, right? So If we select the run as specific user, then we can see the data, what a specific user can see. Okay, what a specific user can see. For example, I want everyone to see all the data, right? Even though my OWD is private. So what I can do is I can run this dashboard as an administrator. That means that when they see the dashboards, they will be able to see the whole data, but not just their own data. But run as a logged in user means they will be able to see their own data. Okay, they cannot see others' data, right? So if three persons are opening the dashboard, they will be seeing different data because they have a different data access. Okay, just go ahead and try this as well. Okay, let's see the next question. Can we schedule a report and dashboard in Salesforce? Okay. Yes, we can schedule a report in Salesforce. Schedule a subscribe a report or a dashboard. You can even subscribe a dashboard as well as a report, okay, to run daily, weekly, and monthly. And HTML version of the report can be sent by email to the users in your organizations, right? They can directly see the report in the mail itself, okay? Otherwise, you can even attach an Excel or CSV report to the scheduled report, okay? So that's all for today. Thank you very much. Thanks for watching. I hope this video helped you prepare for the Salesforce interview and crack your next job. If you like the video, make sure you hit the like and subscribe to my channel right now. That way you don't miss out Salesforce interview questions and answers videos like this one, okay? Just click on the subscribe button below this video, and if you want to read more Salesforce interview questions, head to my blog. I will add the link in the description as well as in the comment. You can go ahead and read it.